is YetiWhiskers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. Hello and welcome. A brand new series. It has been a very long time since we were here on the YouTube channel. We've been around off and on. I've been really busy at work. I switched jobs actually. In this new job, we have been extraordinarily busy the last couple months. And aside from that, I've just been busy at life in general. So I apologize for my absence here on YouTube. But I have been over on Twitch, and we stream off and on there. So the last couple months is not a good example, but other than that, I try to stream at least once a week, sometimes more. So if you want to go check us out, go over to twitch.tv/YetiWhiskers_. Yeah, so we've been streaming quite a bit recently. I kind of jumped off the YouTube bandwagon for a little while, but I want to jump back because I just watched Minecon Earth and got super pumped for the 1.14 updates, and with the new villagers, the pandas, new cats, scaffolding, all that fun stuff, and decided, well, I haven't even played 1.13 yet, so we're gonna jump in and play some 1.13. I am actually not going to be playing completely vanilla. I've gone to Exumavoid's website, which I'll provide a link in the description for, and I've gone ahead and downloaded some of the Hermitcraft data packs, and I've gone into my Minecraft save file, and in the data packs folder, I've just copied and pasted the ones that I wanted and downloaded. I'm not going to be using all of them. I'm actually only going to be using the double shulker shells. Ooh, that's hard to say, and we've got some zombies somewhere. I don't know if you guys can hear those, but I can. Probably right below us. So I'm going to be using the double shulker shells, which make it so that shulkers drop 2 shells when you kill them. I'm also going to be using the double slab crafting, which makes it so there's a couple double slabs that you can use, like the stone slab. I think there's a couple others as well that you can throw into your crafting grid and make the full block instead of just the half. The dragon drops elytra, throwing that in there as well. And then I've got more bricks crafting, more mob heads, more stairs crafting, silence mobs, and universal dying. So if you want to check out and see what those do, you can go check X's website. So what I need to do from here, actually, I've got everything installed. I kind of wanted to show you guys this part. So this will be the only time we ever go into creative. So we're gonna go start your land world, allow cheats on, and then we start it. Then you just run this simple command. It is function. It's this first one that's on there. Hashtag or pound or whatever, main colon init. Boop. And from there, we should be able to, running that command should make it so our data packs work. So I'm gonna go ahead and go game mode, creative, and I'm just gonna test and make sure that this works, and then we're gonna ditch everything I just grabbed. So let's do shulker. This will be the easiest one to test. And then this guy. So we'll spawn ourselves a shulker. We should, hopefully, yep, drop 2 shells. Okay, so our data packs are working, which is great. And now let's go over here. No, around here there's some lava. So we started on this little tiny island. I'm gonna share with you my seed here in a second. But first we're gonna ditch the sword, ditch the shell, or the spawn egg, and the 2 shells. Boop, goodbye. It'll be a while before we see any more shulkers. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and change our game mode back to survival. And then I'm gonna go ahead and save and quit the world. Single player, back to the Yeti cave. And we should be back on survival mode. That'll be the last time we're ever in creative. So, there we go. All right, we're back to this thing. So, the seed that I am using, let's go ahead and do seeds so you guys can see. There we go, 104. So I've done a bunch of research on this and found a seed that I really like. You start off on this little spawn island, and there's a huge ocean all the way around. There are a handful of other islands, and if I remember, I'm gonna pop up a map from Mine Atlas, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And then just to the north of us, there's a mushroom island, which I'm going to use as my main base area. And then I think just to the east a little bit, there's an ocean monument. We've got some shipwrecks around. And then I think there's some villages that are, not too far of a boat ride away. So we can get some villagers here in the spawn chunk. So the reason I picked this little island wanted my spawn area to have an island, is so that I can get rid of the entire island and make ourselves some farms here at spawn, and we don't have to worry about, mob spawning, because we're gonna be on the mushroom island. I'm gonna want to make some mob farms over there, and if I can just level this whole island, it'll make it easier for the mob spawns to be working, because over here there'll be no mobs spawning taking up the mob cap. Hopefully that all makes sense to everybody. If not, I'm sorry, I apologize. But so that's kind of the plan, the reason we picked this. I also like the fact that there's a little island and all the different things around. So if you want to play along, or if you like the seed, it's just 104. And I've been planning on releasing some world downloads about every 10-ish episodes. And we'll see if that keeps up, you know, whatever, but pretty much that's the plan for this. Oh, also, one more thing. I'm not going to be playing vanilla 100%. Once Forge comes out for 1.13, I'm going to be downloading Optifine. I'll be using inventory tweaks, mouse tweaks. Of course, these are all assuming that these mods get updated to 1.13. And then I'll also be using probably Journey Map and Fast Leaf Decay, because waiting for the leaves to despawn takes forever, and I'm impatient. And it doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you chop down a tree, the leaves should just disappear. Anyway, so there's a couple mods like that I'm going to be adding to my world. So I apologize for those of you who are true purists in the vanilla sense. I am not one of them. I like to play with a few mods. I'm going to be adding them. And once I do, I'll provide links for all of those in my descriptions so that you can do that. And I may throw like a tiny little mod pack together or something if you're interested in doing that. So let's talk a little bit about what we've been doing while I have been absent from YouTube. I may have mentioned, I don't know, I've done this intro a bunch of times because I'm a little bit rusty. So I have started a new job, and I have just been incredibly busy over there, like way busier than we were at the job before. Oh, this right here reminds me that I am using the new Java textures that will be available at some point. I don't know, Jappa's working on them. So I'll provide a link for that in the description as well, somewhere you can go and download the new Java textures if you want to play with those as well. So in the description, this is just a reminder for me, I will have the seed. I'll have the website I got the seed from. I will have a link to Mine Atlas. I will have a link to Exumavoid's website where you can find all the data packs that the hermits are using. And then I will also provide a link to a place where you can download the Java textures. So it's just straight from the Minecraft website. So go check all those out if you're interested. And I would appreciate it. So yeah, I totally lost my train. Oh, work. So, sorry guys, I'm really rusty. You're gonna have to apologize. I'm gonna ramble quite a bit. The new job is very busy. It's been good. I'm working with an old coworker of mine who was at my old job a few years ago. He left, and then he actually went to this new place and recruited me to come hang out with him. And it's been good. It's just been really busy. And we're finally through all our deadlines. I'm a tax accountant, for those of you who don't know. And October 15th is like the last deadline for the year, really. Most of our stuff, I do partnership tax, investment partnerships. So most of our stuff is usually due September 15th, but there are a handful of states that are investment partnerships filing that are due October 15th. So we've been busy all the way up till now. And the last couple months have been like just insane. Like, leading up to the September 15th deadline, I did a 100-hour week, which is something I'd never done before. Triple digits is insane. Poor Mrs. Yeti and the kids. I felt really bad. But, yeah, so I've just been busy. Trying to think if there's anything super exciting. Mrs. Yeti actually just today got herself a Harry Potter bathroom. We've had the oldest Yeti kept at our old house, which we moved about a little over a year and a few months ago, I guess. She had a Harry Potter room, so we've used some of the decorations there in our bathroom. It's pretty cute. If I remember and have permission from Mrs. Yeti, I'll post some pictures up on the screen now. Granted. Permission granted. Mrs. Yeti's in the background listening to me babble. So, plans for this is something that I want some input on. Obviously, from the title of this video, you know that the Room of Projects is making a comeback from the Cave of the Yeti, which was our very first series here on Minecraft on YouTube. It was a vanilla world we ran. I think it was 1.10, maybe 1.11 we got into. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So we're gonna bring back the Room of Projects, and this is where your input becomes really valuable to me. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make the room of projects. That'll be today's episode. And then the first project for me is to get a villager trader going, because that's something I've always, like, I feel like right before I end every series, I get into the villagers and then I never finish them. And there's a lot of benefits to getting villagers early on, like there's armor and enchantments and all kinds of crazy stuff that you can get, and it'll make our lives a little bit easier. You can get a lot of that kind of stuff with AFK fishing, and we'll probably get into some of that too, because I am not against AFK fishing. Trying to think. Yeah, so that's kind of what I want to do. So the first project or whatever in the room of projects, and those of you who don't know, it's a room where I put together a list of all of our projects that we're going to do here on this series. And so I need your feedback. I need some ideas for what you want to see or what you like to do in your vanilla worlds. So for farms, buildings, whatever you want, and if you comment down below in the comment section, and it's something that I like, I will give you a little plaque. I'll put your player head next to it and give you credit for the project. So, you know what? I am actually going to make a cut here, and I'll take you to the room of projects from the Cave of the Yeti. While it's nighttime, I'm going to be fighting off mobs, all that fun stuff, and I'm actually going to jump back to you once here on this world, once I've gotten a little bit further. But for now, let's go jump to the old room of projects so you can kind of get a feel for what I'm talking about. And I would love any input and feedback that you guys can provide for me. So let's go ahead and jump to the Cave of the Yeti. Welcome to the Cave of the Yeti, everybody. So this is our little house that we built, and here's our little chicken coop. This is like a automatic chicken cooker. If you come down here, I think, yeah, you can hear the chickens, that's for sure. Yeah, you can see there's some cooked chicken. Boop, boop, boop. Brings back a lot of memories and some very, very cringy videos if you want to go back and watch those. These are my first ever videos. They're pretty rough. Learning how to... That something over there is not rendering correctly. Wah, wah. Yeah, they're pretty cringy, but you can go back and check them out if you want. Very first videos I ever did, like I didn't know how to record right. Like the first couple are zoomed way in. Blech. Anyway, so here is, well, our little cave. We made ourselves a little entrance, and then I made this thing where you could, like, after you went whatever, I don't know, you just chuck stuff in here. It floats down. Hey, you're holding on to stuff. You can see there's like a little area down here it goes through, and then there's like an automatic sorter back behind this wall. So the reason we're here is for, oh man, so many memories, the room of projects. Let's go take a look, and it won't look like this time. I'm gonna make it look like more like a Yeti cave, I think. I guess we'll see. But here's the idea. So this is Taylor, HD Gaming. He's a really good friend of mine. He gave me the idea for an iron farm, and I completed it on 9/29/16. So that was 2 years ago. Mrs. Yeti's laughing in the background. And when I completed the projects, like this is the auto smelter, which is just over here. I would turn the light on, and then I placed your player head name next to it. You can see I've got like a whole bunch of projects that I had in mind. So here's Maz. She's the one that said the auto chicken farm. Got that complete. Just a bunch of different farms and projects. And here's Mrs. Yeti, auto sorter, which we kind of finished, but not all the way. So this is kind of the idea for the room of projects, and I'm going to make it so that it's easier to tell who is what. I'm going to put some labels maybe on their heads or on the armor stands or maybe in the item frame, something so that it's easier to say, to see who did what. So this is what I'm kind of thinking for the room of projects, and I need your help with ideas for things to do. Otherwise, it's just not as fun if I'm the only one coming up with the project ideas. So think about project ideas. That's what I'm talking about. Farms, buildings.
No walls.
Mrs. Yeti says no walls. Oh man, can't believe we left that there. That's ugly. Ooh. These are... I don't know why I'm fixing this, doesn't even matter, but yeah, that's better. So, like, I've got horse stables, I think, here. Barn for cows. Barn for sheep. It was very original. Auto wheat farm. Carrot farm, so on and so forth. And I think there's farms for everything. So, if you guys throw some ideas out there, what you like to see, first thing off, like, please give me some help. I really appreciate it. What? Ms. Yeti says no walls, and the reason for that is every time I start a city, I do the walls, and that's it. I never finish the city. So I've got a small mod pack that I'm playing with I've got a server with some friends that I stream on. So go check us out again at twitch.tv/YetiWhiskers_. if you want to go see that. But I've got a little mod pack where I've built the walls around the city, and then if you guys remember in New Ariador, same thing. Just built the walls around the city, built a couple buildings, and that was about it. So I'm gonna jump back to the new world, 1.13 world. I'm gonna gather some resources and gonna get started on the room of projects, and I will be right back. See you in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. So I've been messing around here for, I don't know, a little while, maybe an hour and a half, maybe a little more, I don't know. I started to get myself situated with a base here and realized that I was wasting my time because I'm not going to spend any time here. In fact, I'm going to be flattening this out. So I started, you can see right here, I started breeding cows, realized I'm going to a mushroom island where there are mushrooms everywhere. So I'm going to get rid of all the farmland, everything. This chest just has poppies in it. I'm just gonna leave it, no big deal. So I started to build this, I was gonna make this a little mine. I decided, forget it, it's not worth it. We are going to make ourselves a little boat here real quick. Ditch, you can probably ditch the zombie. We're not gonna need that, boop, not for a while. Not until we get ourselves some clerics or something. So we are gonna head north to the Mushroom Island right now, and I figured, at first I thought it'd be nice to have the going so fast. The room of projects or whatever. I thought it'd be nice to have it at spawn, but I think I'd rather have it closer to my base. Okay, and then we'll hit F3, and you can see on the left-hand side there's the big chunk up top and the middle chunk, like on the left-hand side over there. About in the middle of that, it says facing north, which is where we want to go. And you can see right here, boo, we already ran into the Mushroom Island. I'm gonna turn off. Hit F3 again. So we are not very far away from spawn at all, which is good news. We can get back and forth pretty easy, but I think we're far enough away that like it's not gonna be, none of this is gonna be in the spawn chunks. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I like this dolphin, how are you? Some cod. I'm gonna set up shop, probably, oh, stuck in something. Maybe my sea life makes you walk differently? I don't know. Anyway, something weird's going on. I'm probably going to set up shop in the side of this right here for now. And this will be kind of like a starter base for us. And then what I'm going to do, I actually may even make the room of projects inside this. I was going to make it so that it's easy to expand, so I was going to dig down a little bit. But depending on the size of this hill, let's go check it out. We may just do it right here. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, that's a pretty decent sized hill over there too. All the mushrooms, that's what we're here for. Free food, nice and easy. Dun, dun. Yeah, we might be able to swing getting the room of projects. This is a pretty big hill. I think we could get it inside here. If not, we can always expand the size of the hill and adjust that. So that's my plan. I am going to jump off camera, I think, and get started on this, and I'll jump back to you once I've got like a decent start on it. Woohoo! Jump into the water. Away we go, swimming. Awesome. Excited to be able to mess around with some of the 1.13 changes. Ooh, these fish, man, it's crazy. It's so much different. You guys have probably already seen this and have all played with it, but I'm excited to play with it. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get started on the room over here. If you guys can come up with a shorter name for it also, I wouldn't mind. The room of projects gets a little bit tedious to say over and over again. So let's go ahead and I'll get started on that, and I'll catch up with you in just a minute. And welcome back, everybody. So, a few things have happened recently. So, I was gonna say, it's been raining here for a little while. So, I've been spending some time going down here. I've got a little mine set up down here. Been doing some mining. Went to a jungle to get a few things. So, you can see I've got cocoa beans. I've also got... we got melons and some vines. The problem, though, is with the texture pack that I have, the new one, that's what we get. So we're gonna have to wait for that to get updated or something and fix it, or we'll fix it in between episodes or something. Anyway, so that's the new Java texture. So I decided, instead of doing the room of projects, which is gonna take a little bit of time, I'm gonna get myself situated in AFK Fisher, and I'm gonna use the design that Doc M showed off. It's pretty simple. So to get it going, you really only need a handful of items. So I've got a chest set up down here, then I've got a hopper pointing into the chest, and then let's go ahead and dig this out.
the nice thing is we are in a mushroom island, so I don't have to worry about like lighting all this up or anything, which is why we are in the mushroom island, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so basically to get this going, you put a note block here, you put a fence here, you waterlog the fence block, and because there is this little hole over here, the water flows over and down. Then we're gonna get a little helper block right here. Oh, right here. Place the trapdoor there, and then we can get rid of this block. And I don't really need it. It's just granite. And then on top of here, you put your pressure plate. And then I went and killed a bunch of spiders, which is not an easy task if you're on a mushroom island, by the way. I had to go drifting off and make ourselves a little fishing pole, and hopefully this will work. Fishing rod, excuse me. So it's been a few days since I last recorded, and I have gotten a cold. So this is all great and everything. It will get a little bit annoying if you have your volume on. I don't know if you guys can hear the note blocks going up and down, but oh, there we go. See, we just got our first fish. Pufferfish, pretty exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and AFK fish. The way that I like to do this is I like to put my microphone on my spacebar button and then go into options, controls, and then change this to spacebar, and then that to right click. Just rotate. I'm gonna switch them back because I'm gonna play for a little bit longer, but that's kind of what I like to do. And then I just put my microphone on my spacebar key, and away we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and AFK fish for a while. AFK fish for a little while. I'm gonna call this an episode, our very first one back on YouTube in months and months and months. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. Hopefully somebody watches it besides myself and Mrs. Yeti. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks again, everybody. I look forward to some more videos and seeing your comments. Let me know what you want in the room of requirements. The room of projects. Goodness gracious. What you think we need to add to our place, what you guys like to start off with when you're doing Minecraft, what are your first go-to projects to make your life easier here on Survival Minecraft. Let me know what you think, throw it in the comments below, I'll be sure to give you credit, and maybe in the next episode or two we'll get ourselves situated with the room of projects. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody!